What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Oakfield Farm. Today we are getting stuck behind traffic again. We've just cleared the field of straw bales from that wheat we did up at the open cast mine there. They haven't all been stacked away, they've all just been kind of stacked at the edge of the field. So what we're going to do is leave them there for now, and then we'll aim to come back and try and get that cleared up really as soon as we can with the lower load on the wagon, I would imagine. And then if we can get that straw pad done quickly, we'll put them into there. If not, then we'll just have to come and stack them back at the yard for now. But obviously that's a slightly longer haul that we could do without having to make, if possible. But for now, like I said, we're just kind of stuck behind this car again. What we are going to be doing is, I've got the pickup over at the yard. We need to go and we've hired a skid steer for the day. The reason for that is we're actually starting work on our renewable energy plant, where we need to set a sub base. Really, we need to put a concrete pad in there just so we can actually build the shed and build everything on top of. And to do that properly, we need to be able to get in there with our machines, take off a whole load of topsoil, which we've already done. I hired a really good old really great old bulldozer, actually, which is a diesel guzzling machine, but it's working very well. It's kind of, we pulled all the topsoil off, leveled that and compacted it. Now we're putting an awful lot of stone on top of that as well. So we're getting there. Everything is falling into place nicely. We just got to put a few more layers on there. I think I've got 50 ton of hardcore arrived this morning. So we should be in a good position. Combine's blocking that way. I have to go around the way. Yeah, we should be good to go there. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Screw around here. Perfect stuff. So how you all doing anyway, folks? Hope everything is going very well. We just need to... Our telehandler is actually currently down with Barry. He has it on his... he's down at the new plant there, just trying to get everything done in terms of being able to kind of strip away topsoil and move hardcore around. Now we're not going to be using that too much because it's on wheels there. It's making it a bit more of a mess. So the skid steer I've just leased is on tracks, so that's going to work quite well. So we're going to go down and pick that up in just a second. What we do need to do though is get this in a position where we can unload. We'll leave these under here for now, and then there's only about half a load on here. It's not the biggest at all. This was just the last of it, really. Let's just get those out there. And they're slowly being pushed off, and there we go. Fantastic. Just do this back up a little bit. What I don't want to do is get too close to that fence there. That would have been disastrous. Okay. I had the pickup parked up way up here, so we'll just swing this John Deere around. We're going to keep the bale chaser on the back for now. And then we'll see how we can go. We're just kind of waiting for the dampness to burn off this morning before we jump back into the combine and get away with that. So we'll do little jobs like this stone and pick up the skid steer for now, and then hopefully after that we're going off to fire up the combine again and get some of our oilseed rape brought in, which would be great if we can get all that done. So we will go and jump into our into the pickup, and we'll head on down to the store where we need to go pick up our this lease skid steer. So we'll meet you down there as we're having a look into everything and just see, have a bit of a look over what we've got. Alright folks, here we are, and with any luck, that appears to be our trailer as well, which is fantastic news. So we're just going to spin the truck around. Now, I have been reliably informed that my truck here will be able to pull this thing, even though it does look like it's a bit of a brute. Can't quite see where this thing is in my mirrors either. Where's it gone? There we go. Just try and get lined up with the picker pitch there. Let's see how that's looking. Oh, we might need to get back. But we have got ourselves a John Deere skid steer here. We've leased the trailer as well for the day because I didn't think it would quite fit or have the suspension on my eye for Williams to bring this home. But there you go. It's a John Deere 325G. It is rather beastly. Like I said, the reason I want to do this, it's just going to act as like a second dozer really, because whilst the Manitou can do it when it's on tracks, it makes less of a mess than the Manitou ever will, so that's why we're going to use that. Now, all I need to do is get this all attached. Alright folks, let's get ourselves away then. So we're going to have to take this nice and slowly. It's going to be a bit of a weight behind me, I'm sure. There we go though, we're away. We are away. So we're not going too far at all really, it's just around the corner. Which is good news. And Barry is there. He's having a great old time, truth be told. He's actually just trundling backwards and forwards and was essentially a big old Tonka toy, I think. It's a loud bulldozer, but hey, it did the job. It made light work of what we had to do. We picked it up from a local kind of plank contractor, really. And this was the cheapest and smallest option you had, I should also say. So for what we needed, it ticked all of the boxes, and we'll probably get that sent back tomorrow morning, I imagine. Picked it up last night. Yeah, you'll see that it's changed a little bit from the nice field that we had earlier when we checked onto this site, but it's coming along nicely. We're gonna make sure that we kind of re-establish any grass in there as quickly as we can. As soon as it's ready to be done, we'll see what we can do there. We also want to change the gate entrance, because at the moment there it's kind of in the wrong area. It's not very easy to get in and out with large loads of straw, for example. So that's what we need to change next. We'll have a look into that one in due time. It's not a very difficult thing to do, and it's something that we can, well, we don't need to do right away, let's just say that much. But for now, we're just going to swing into here. There we go. No, and there's Barry still going. Perfect. And there's the rest of our hardcore that we're going to spread down there. I think that's a version of sandstone, really. It's very light coloured, almost looks like wood chips, but it's very light. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So here we are. So what we've got, as you can see here, that's changed around a little bit. We've got our we've kind of pulled out the bank here on the side, and we've spread it over to this side, so we've got a bit of more of a level surface. Now we're going to kind of even the rest of this out around here and bank this off a little bit, really. I think it's probably going to be fair to say. Make that look a little more presentable, and then we're going to even this off. There's going to be a bit of a retaining wall coming in around here though, so we don't need to do too much about that. And then from there, this is going to be the start of our hardcore, just going on to the top here. We're going to spread that around, give ourselves a nice good base there in which we can build on. And then we'll have both the storage shed and then the renewable heating plant going into here. And there might also have to be a transformer in here somewhere as well, but we can figure that one out. Other than that though, we're kind of looking good, so what we need to do is get the skid steer off, and we can get that brought into contention and see what we can get going here. Alright folks, we are in. Let's see what trouble we can get ourselves into here, shall we? Get this fired up. Lift it over. That is quite sudden. Now let's see how we're looking here. But straighten up a little bit. Can you see how I'm getting off the back here? Not very easily. Okay. Alright then, so let's see how much mischief we can get ourselves into, shall we? So what we're going to plan doing here is just to start with the tip a load of the hardcore onto the top of this pad here, where Barry is still kind of compacting slowly but surely. We just want to make sure that we can try and get it leveled out where possible, and then also kind of extend it forward a little bit in that corner. So that's probably what we're looking to do first. So let's have a look, see. What we might do as well, depending upon how we get on there, is just start by using the Manitou actually, just to kind of get us all spread around. Maybe dump it into certain places, because that might be a bit quicker. Then using this guy here, but let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's what we want to kind of focus on there. And it's a bit sticky underfoot really, which is why the tracked machines kind of do a whole lot better than that Manitou. The Manitou does have a bigger bucket, and whilst yes, would be able to do it, it's going to cause us no end of hassle when we're trying to just kind of keep the whole site looking tidy, you know. Let's get turn around here. Excellent. Through we go. Perfect stuff. So you can see where we want to try and build up that little corner there, and we're going to continue to extend out towards where the, well, I guess where the pickup is really, so we'll have to get that moved sooner rather than later. But for now it's fine. So far we have got a heck of a load of bales that we're going to have to get shifted at some point. They're all kind of lined up by the gate of that coal mining field that we need to get into, so we did pretty well there actually, so there's a lot to bring in there. I don't think we'll be selling any of those directly. We'll probably just try and use them all on this plant here where possible, but yeah, we're gonna have quite a lot to get through, that's for sure, which is great news. That's really what we want to see as we're trying to build up the enterprise here. We want to get as much, our energy plant that we're going to be using can use either it can use either straw or biomass, so we're going to be trying to use both of those and take advantage of both opportunities. So where they come, that's exactly what we need to do. Try and do is find some material, find plenty of straw. We might even look into starting to grow kind of willow, I guess. Let's see if we can use that as well. So that's going to be an interesting opportunity for sure. Now, when that does arrive, what that's going to look like is we might do bales of biomass material. There is a few biomass balers out there that have caught my eye, so we'll have to have a look into those, see how good they are, and see if they're going to be able to be utilised. And then yeah, this could be another arm to the business that we kind of expand into really. We'll have to wait and see. Where's he going over there? Excellent stuff. This is a nice little skid steer to use actually. This is a John Deere, so quite a bit of power under the hood there, I'm led to believe. I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of its limits here. We'll get back there. But yeah, it's certainly a nice looking piece of equipment. It's doing everything that we want it to do, and what we'll continue to see is as we get through it all here, it's just going to be a case of using it more as like a dozer blade, just to stick everything where we need it to go. Run down. And as we continue to build it out there, or we can just keep compacting there. We need to make sure this surface is pretty solid, and then we'll be good. Get down there. Nice. I don't really drive, or I never really had an opportunity to drive a lot of skid steers in the past, so this one's intriguing. Really, really is, and the fact that you can get some really good visibility out of it all the way across the board, which is great. Even in the back there, we'd expect not to get quite as much because of the nature of the lifting arms. It really is quite good. And we're just going to come forward here. We'll slowly grade that out. Okay, that's perfect. And then what we'll do, we'll just push that down. So, and we'll just try and gently grade this forward, doze it off a little bit if we can there. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. So how you all doing anyway? Hope everything's going very well today, whatever you're getting into. It's been a cracking few days here actually weather-wise. I hope you've had all the same wherever you are and harvest as a go, because it makes everything so much easier when that is the case. we go. It's odd getting used to a completely different form of joystick handling. It really, really is. You know, and not having to do pretty much everything, as you can see here, on our 2 levers, and then we do have a pedal down on the floor as well. But these more modern skid steers do seem to have everything on the joysticks there, so it's interesting for sure. But it's I think we've just about got it in the books. There we go. Alright, so we're going to keep just rumbling through here, making some fine progress. The aim is, if we want to get this all spread there and compacted, like I mentioned there, the aim is if we can try and get a contractor in to pour the concrete early next week would be great. That way it's done. I see there's plenty of concrete contractors going around here, so if we can do that, get them to kind of take care of all that side of things, then that'll be a huge development and a nice weight off my mind as well, actually, so we don't have to think about that. We can concentrate back on the harvest and getting some bales made for this plant after all. We do have a shed. It has been purchased. It's waiting to be delivered, really, waiting for my say-so. It's all ready to go though, so we're going to put a storage shed in here as well, which will give us plenty of undercover storage for any straw or biomass material that we want to bring in. We'll keep it nice and dry after all, if it is going to be burning. And let's just stop about that. Lovely. This is just a bit of the dozer blade. Again, a bit more. Ah, fiddlesticks, missed it. We'll try that one more time. There we go. Oh, that's getting a bit bumpy. Alright, and so we're making some progress. We're going to keep fiddling along with this, see what we can do. What I might do now, actually, is just speed the job up a little bit. And we'll get some... We'll just dump some, I think, into about here. And that's going to speed everything up nicely. There. Manitou obviously has a bigger bucket for this kind of thing, so that's going to be ideal. It just doesn't travel very well on this slightly weather ground. It's not a problem. So what we'll do, folks, we're going to keep cracking along with this one here. We've got plenty of work to do this morning, as you can see, and at some stage this afternoon we're going to fire up the combine again. So plenty to do, no time to waste really. We're going to keep cracking along, and we will come back to you with a bit of an update later on in the week when we're good to go. For now though, thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, as always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host everything. And we will see you all in the next one. So until then, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.